Hey Pisces, welcome to your December 2020 Psychic Tarot reading with me, Stella Wilde. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, your general energies for December 2020. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back as the case may be. This channel is all about giving you the intuitive information you need to manifest your wildest dreams. That being said, these are general readings. So if you have a personal concern, you can book a private reading with me. The link is in the description. Also, the 2021 Year Ahead Tarot readings are ready to go. There is a special introductory price on them through Cyber Monday. I will leave a link in the description, but you definitely want to jump on that because the price will go up and you get all 12 signs basically for the price of one. All 12 are included. So I will leave a link to the video. You can watch the preview on YouTube. I'll leave a link to the page where you can purchase. So I hope that interests you. They're really epic, so check them out. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Pisces, we're going to get into your reading first with this deck, No Reversals, for the general feel and flow of the energies for your month ahead. I'm going to dive in with this deck next to see what else is going on for you. Additional tarot and then an angel answer. All right, Pisces. I've already been shuffling a bit, so what do we got? We have the Hierophant, the guide. This card's been coming up quite a bit this month in these readings. Taurus energy and Capricorn energy. The first thing I'm feeling is that some of you are being guided away from something that's no longer serving you in your life. Something that is actually not really good for you. Now, the other thing I'm feeling, though, also, is that some of you may need to choose between a Taurus and a Capricorn person. That's another possibility with this energy, but we're going to pull some more cards. But these general readings, I like to just see what comes up, as you guys know, if you've been watching the videos. And I try to bring out as many possibilities as I can. But my initial psychic hit is that you guys are being guided away from something or someone that's really not good for you. It doesn't have to be a Capricorn, but is some sort of unhealthy attachment, a toxic situation. So let's see what else we have. But because these general readings, I also look at love situations, could be torn between two lovers. Okay, so two love possibilities. That's kind of a Pisces story, isn't it? Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Okay, but that's all right. That's all right. The Empress. Beautiful. Knight of Wands. Let's do one more. Seven of Wands. Okay. Two of Swords. And the Fool. All right. So Pisces, there's definitely a situation happening where either some mental anxiety, Five of Swords, trying to figure out, I call this the daytime anxiety energy. You're trying to figure it out, lots of conflict, chaos. What do I do? How do I get myself out of this unhealthy attachment? How do I move on? What do I do? All right. But you are going to figure it out. And you may be figuring it out at this full moon, which is happening tomorrow. I'm filming this November 29th. But I feel actually you're going to figure it out maybe a bit later. There is the full moon. I believe it's on the 28th of December, which is in Cancer. And if you have Pisces rising, that's your fifth house of relationships. And because we have the 5 here with the guide, and we had the 5 of Swords that started off, it may take you until we get to that beautiful Cancer full moon illuminating that fifth house for you to make that decision and figure it out. I would say give yourself some time this month to, really wrap your head around how you're going to do this for yourself. You will figure it out. You will move on. And notice it's sword energy. So I think the emotional attachment with this person or situation has run its course, but it's like cutting the mental strings. It's a mental decision that you're going to have to make. It's not from the heart. It's mental. Okay, it's up here. It's from the head. It's about reconciling and wrapping your head around, oh, this person won't be in my life anymore. This situation won't be in my life anymore. It's, coming to terms with that. You will, though. And the Six of Swords is beautiful. You will move on from whatever this troubling situation is. And look what we have as well. Once you make that decision, we have the Empress, we have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Swords, and then this Fool. So notice the Two of Swords is here, though. I have a feeling, this is really a deep and intense reading. May not apply for everybody, but you've almost, with this relationship, with these major arcanas that are here, it's like this was a relationship that you really did nurture quite a bit, the Empress. And it almost this could be a mother, father, energy, a nurturing and parental energy. So this could be a toxic situation with one of your children. That's very possible. I'm feeling, though, for some of you, it's a toxic situation that you're trying to be guided out of, in terms of you gave so much love and nurturing to this relationship, more than probably the other person did. And that's kind of the problem. You ended up being the emotional caretaker of the relationship, the mothering influence, and maybe that relationship even devolved into you were a mother. You somehow, that relationship got you stuck in that role of being a parent to somebody that you're supposed to be a lover or a spouse with. So there's something going on with that, and it was on an unhealthy dynamic. The Devil card here, again, could be with either one of these. So, that's something that I think that you're trying to break free from mentally. Like, you've recognized that, and you realize emotionally that's not what you want. You want somebody who's going to nurture you also. So Sagittarius season is really seeing you draw boundaries, making a bold move, Knight of Wands, to Seven of Wands. Put a ring of fire around yourself. Put a boundary around you so that they can't suck you dry anymore. The Empress. So that you finally break the spell, so to speak, of this unhealthy attachment. Because part of this, Pisces, may be, and remember it's general reading, may be the Devil. It can be that the relationship was so sexy, had so much chemistry, that it is very hard to break free from it. But ultimately, you're recognizing mentally, and that's why you have the stress. You are recognizing that it is not good for you. It's unhealthy. It's an unhealthy dynamic. So you're spending, I think, most of Sagittarius season to remove yourself quickly, Knight of Wands, from them contacting you. This is very much no contact energy I'm feeling. And really with a ring of fire. Imagine that your fingers it's like touching a hot stove. You touch your phone, Pisces, and you're going to get burned. Do not touch your phone. Do not text them. Do not respond to their texts. Do not take their phone call. It's like, no, my fingers, it's like touching the hot stove. All right. So that's why we still have a Two of Swords here, because it's hard. And I feel like this energy is in play for at least the first couple of weeks. Like I said, maybe the first 2 to 3 weeks. And then by the time we get to that full moon in Cancer, you get to here. And the new life will begin. There is a whole new vista that wants to open up for you. A whole new journey in terms of your love life, what you deserve, etc. So I feel like this is what's coming for you at this full moon. You're going to realize the road ahead is going to be so much more free and exciting and fulfilling by letting the toxic situation go. And I do feel very strongly that by your birthday, by March, with also this Empress, given enough time and patience, you can be nurturing a whole new relationship dynamic, a whole new emotional landscape in your life. So it's really positive energy, but this is a situation to navigate through for sure. And again, this can also be putting boundaries with a family member. Same thing. You don't have to be their mother necessarily with the Empress card, but it may be that type of, relationship. It could be the older sister type thing. Even younger siblings can sometimes feel like they're parents to the older ones. I mean, relationship dynamics are very different in every family, but like I said, some of you may be choosing between also a Capricorn and a Taurus. And I would say, again, if you're in a love situation, there is a situation about boundaries. See what happens. Especially if you're in an early dating stage, like a couple months, you haven't really gotten to know them too well yet, and you're kind of dating both of them, say no to one of them. See who respects the boundary you put in place as a test, and you'll know. Because I do feel like one of these is probably not a great option. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily, the Capricorn could be fine. Just because they're showing up here as the devil doesn't mean that it's bad. But you're going to see, you will find out. But there is something, where you need more information, especially if it's a love situation. I feel like if it is already a situation you've been in longer term, an already established relationship that has a weird dynamic, I say weird in quotes, but, an unhealthy dynamic, you already know that. This applies, I think, also a little bit more if it's fairly new and you're trying to choose between two people. Because I think at this point you are ready to just choose one and nurture that one relationship and have something real start for yourself. So you will see. I also feel with the guide, since this is called the guide, I do feel that you're also getting spiritual guidance from behind the scenes. So pay attention to that. You are a very intuitive psychic sign. Listen to the, messages you're getting through the dreamscape. Listen to or pay attention to the messages and the synchronicities you're getting. Things like that. Tune in, because your guides are trying to help you behind the scenes navigate this situation and emerge on the other side of it. And you will. You will. All right, Pisces, let's see what else is going on for you this month. Let's draw one of these. Well, talk about a ring of fire. Okay, so we have passion. We have passion. And that's the thing too, like I said, like if a relationship has devolved into one where you're more a parent to somebody than a lover or a spouse, it's like you want to find a situation where you can feel that passion again. Not just like, caretaking or telling somebody what to do or whatever. Like, no. You want passion in your life, and you are choosing, perhaps some of you, between two passions. This is Ring of Fire. You are so like, I should link that song. Burning Ring of Fire, 7 of Wands, which we just had in the general. May I remind you. And on the bottom, the Chariot. So, victory, success. And what brings that for you? 2 number 7s are here. 7, 7. What's going to bring you that victory that you want? The right person to move forward with on your path ahead? This goes well with the Fool card that we just looked at. Is to keep the boundary. I know you don't like to say no usually. Pisces don't like to hurt people's feelings. They kind of, give answers that are non-committal sometimes, like, well, we'll see, or I don't know, or maybe, or, you don't want to hurt somebody. But I would ask you, are you hurting yourself? There is something, again, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. There is a passion that's going to be right for you. And it will lead you down a new and exciting road. But there is somebody you're going to have to say no to. And it shouldn't be to yourself, in my opinion. So whether you're saying no to a Capricorn, a Taurus, some other energy, get ready. Because once you draw that boundary and you commit, also, that's the energy of where'd he go? The guide. Once you commit and make a decision, whether you don't choose the Taurus or the Capricorn and you decide, I'm going to wait and see who else I might meet, or you commit to one of them, it's game on. Like, the real passion, the real excitement, the new road can open up for you with a new destined relationship. So let's see what else we have. This is very good. There could also be a Cancer coming into your life, but again, Cancer energy is represented here. And we have that full moon in Cancer at the end of December. So something is coming to a big culmination point then, where you can finally move forward and move fast. You could meet a new Cancer. A new Cancer could come into your life like that. And maybe you say no to the earth signs, both of them, and say, no. So it's about saying yes to yourself ultimately. 4 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. All right, this is beautiful. So remember, we're asking about the passion card. This is really not a passion card, the 4 of Cups. This is, I am so disgusted, you can see the way the person's sitting here, and disappointed with what the universe has already brought me. I really don't believe that the new thing is going to be any good. So again, it's like you have to resolve the situations that I've already passed. The things that you've got to kind of, in my opinion, really just put the past in the past. And the Ring of Fire, put that boundary around that situation that's no good for you. So that when a new opportunity does come, which I feel is very possible by the end of December, you're not sitting there like, meh. So the 2 of Wands, you are standing on the threshold of a whole new life. This is, though, a period of waiting in terms of a situation has to shake out. It has to rectify itself. And, you may be wanting, again, to pick up that cell phone. I would encourage you to have, don't let your fingers get burned so that you don't get burned. And look, you want to look forward to a more hopeful future with a new situation. So be careful with your messages this month, as I've already said in the other reading, because you don't want to get trapped in a cycle of disappointment. Your new love, your new excitement, your new passion lies in the future, in the new, not in the old that has been taking you for granted. That is so important. So, look what else we have here. We have an 8 of Pentacles, we have a 10 of Cups. So some of you this month are really passionately throwing yourself into your work, 8 of Pentacles, perhaps to not deal with that situation we've already discussed. And that may work for the short term, but I feel like if you want to take advantage of this Chariot energy in terms of your personal life, you want to dial into the energies that I already expressed. By the end of the month, you really could see yourself in some sort of new potential happiness. Now, this may not manifest exactly by the end of the month, but you may meet the new person who you could have that with. Very, very possible with this Chariot. Now, here's another possibility for some of you. So let's just put this out there. For those of you that have been working very hard on a passion project with your work, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether this has been at work, you've been working especially hard to do a good job, maybe to get a raise, a promotion, there could be some really nice manifestation happening for you, again, by the end of the month. Give it to the Cancer full moon. And it could really bring a lot of happiness to your family situation. So this is very, very nice energy. So again, that may apply to some of you. But it's if you're happy doing what you're doing, that you've been really passionate and working hard and throwing yourself into something all hours of the day. There could, like I said, there could be something that moves you forward fast in your chosen career. And the other thing too is there could be a whole new path opening up for you in your passion, whatever your passion project has been. And with the Empress that came out also, there could be some sort of financial situation manifesting by the end of the month as well. But I feel like this is already if you've been working. If you are looking for a job, the best place to look with this energy is in something that you are passionate about. And it may, with the Chariot here and the Fool card, it is possible that any sort of new job may involve you moving. I would open myself up to that possibility, Pisces, especially if you've been looking for a job for a long time, at least for like 8 months, which unfortunately I know has been a case for some people with this current situation in the world. But if that is the case, you have opportunities this month. This energy is very supportive of finding something in your career that you feel passionate about, but you may have to move. You may have to get yourself out of a comfort zone. Again, it's a general reading. All right, apply the energy to your situation, but I'm overall feeling mostly this is a love reading. I mean, I have to be honest with you. That's what I'm mostly feeling. But again, I try to bring out as many energies as I can for people to apply to their lives. But this can be a life-changing month for you. But take your time, give yourself the full month to make those important decisions so that you feel ready when you make them. Because I do feel it is a point of no return situation. You don't want to go back to that old romance. It's not nurturing you anymore. All right, Pisces, let's tune in with an angel card. See what else we have for you. Oh, that fell right out. Okay, forgiveness. So there may be something associated with that in terms of that situation, the emotional situation, love relationship. Ooh, and this flipped right over. Oh my goodness, Pisces. That flipped right in, he barely shuffled and it flipped over. So, okay, this is very interesting. I feel like this forgiveness card ties in with the emotional situation. Like I said, you don't like to be mean to anybody. If you're holding back because you want to make sure they're going to forgive you for making a decision that's right for you, that's something to think about. Also, if there's a situation where they've hurt you very badly, if you think there's ever going to be forgiveness from them, or if you have to forgive them, no, you don't have to forgive them. That's a personal choice. So there's some issues around that regarding that emotional situation. I feel like this is something that could hold you back from making a decision for yourself. Like, again, I'm being the bad guy here. They're not going to like me anymore. Will they forgive me for what I do? Oh, I can't do it then. So you may also have to work on some forgiveness for yourself. Now, for others of you, we talked about that financial situation. So it really is a good month if it's passion, if it's a ring of fire, if you're feeling fired up and passionate about your work, your career, about even, like I said, moving on to something else. This is gorgeous. But the passion is the key. It's not, the ho-hum. That's a huge theme for you. It's not about the ho-hum. It's not about choosing status quo anymore, whether it's relationships, jobs. It's about really going for your dreams and going for something that is going to stoke your passions. Because when we feel good about what we're doing, when we feel fired up and excited, that opens the gateway to abundance, whether we're talking about abundance in money or abundance in love. So, Pisces, leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you. Take care. I hope you have a great month. Love you guys. Stella Wilde signing out.